So where is that second world or version if it's outside the multiverse spacetime? The potential answer might be based on the straight line analogy introduced in this book, where we have three different representations or reconstructions of reality, in one dimension as a straight line, in two dimensions as a holographic film, and in three dimensions or even four space-time dimensions. The information is actually coded and scrambled into the two-dimensional holographic film, and additionally, it's also coded and scrambled into the one-dimensional straight line. The thinking goes that the other world is even outside the space-time parameter of the straight line. Space and time are defined differently in that world. They could potentially have a totally different meaning. They could be meaningless as well in an attempt to visualize it, which brings us to the next question. What laws does it follow if it does not have quantum mechanical behaviors? The potential answer to this question could be based on the imaginary complex forces, their properties and operations introduced in this book, which might not give the full answer, but at least something to begin with. The three imaginary complex forces are the higher dimension force, or the HD force, the balancing force, also known as the B force, and the retrieving force, or the R force. The main operations of these forces are: the higher dimension force, or HD force, involves scaling, projection, entanglement, and paradigm shifting. The balancing force, or B force, is all about resonance, and the retrieving force, or R force, deals with creation and annihilation. It is important to emphasize that the entanglement operation of the HD force does not necessarily behave as a quantum entanglement. This brings us to the next question. How does it interact with our world? Does the second version impact the first version? And how? It is essential to highlight that your observer version in the other world is a version of you that does not deterministically tell you what to do or sort of control and order you what to do or what not to do, nor does it control your fate or decisions. But without getting too philosophical, it would be merely an observer with constituents that do not follow quantum mechanical behavior, yet it might have some sort of impact on you.